If your online dating message inbox looks a little something like this, then stick around because today I'm going to share with you 4 things to help you start getting more online dating messages. Stay tuned. Well, what's going on, guys and gals? My name's Jason with healthyframework.com, and today I'm going to be sharing with you 4 tips so that you can start getting more online dating messages. If it feels like every message you send never gets a response and it feels like all your messages just fall on deaf ears, then this is the video for you. Tip number 1, stop sending cookie cutter messages. If it's not 100% clear right away that you read their profile and that you took the time to craft a special personalized message specifically for them, then you're doing it wrong. If your message could be sent to 100 people and it would work for 95% of those people, then you're sending cookie cutter messages. Now, how do you go about not sending a cookie cutter message? Well, make sure you stay tuned because later on in this video, I'm going to give you a specific formula that you can follow to send the perfect first message. And that formula makes sure that you're not sending cookie cutter messages. But the takeaway right now is stop sending cookie cutter messages. Tip number 2, fill out your profile. The first thing that somebody does when they receive a message, and it's probably the first thing that you do when you receive a message, is they're going to run over and they're going to look at your profile. They're going to look at your pictures. They're going to take a look at what you're looking for. They're going to read who you are, what you're about. And if they get there and there's no pictures and there's no information or there's very little information, it's going to be a big turnoff. And for a lot of people, that's a deal breaker where they're not going to waste their time sending you a message back because what that does to them is they might think maybe that you're not a real person, or they're going to think that potentially you're not dedicated to the process, or they might just think that you're lazy and that you're not serious about forming some form of relationship. So 100% before you send a message, make sure that you've really gone through and you filled out your profile. And if you're not sure how to fill out your profile, in the description box below, I'm going to leave a link to our guide on how to write the perfect online dating profile. It walks you through every step of the process. It's completely free. So if you want to click on that now or when the video is over, that will help you take care of this step of the process. Real quick, before we get to the last 2 tips on how to get more online dating message responses, if you're enjoying this video, you like the content, you want to support the channel, if you could take 2 seconds right now, hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. It really does help the channel out a lot. Tip number 3, take charge. One of the reasons that a lot of you are probably not getting a whole lot of online dating messages is that you're not sending a lot of online dating messages. And I'm not just talking to the fellas here. Ladies, I'm talking to you as well. A real quick side story, my wife and I met through online dating, and the way that we actually met was she sent me a message first. And had she not done that, then we may not have ever met. And so I'm very happy that she took this advice, and I encourage all of you to take this advice as well. You see, online dating is not a set it and forget it type thing. It's not you sign up, create an account, create your profile, and then you kick back and just wait for things to happen, right? You've got to be an active participant in the process. So, set kind of a quota for yourself. Say, you know what, I'm going to send 3 new messages to new people every week, or I'm going to send 2 messages a day to somebody new. And, really start putting yourself out there and really becoming an active participant in the process. And you might be surprised at the results you're going to get. Tip number 4, follow the formula. I mentioned earlier in this video that I'd come up with a formula for the perfect first online dating message, and I want to share that with you now. And before I share it, just to let you know, I'm going to put the formula down in the description box, so that way if you want to copy it, keep it in your records or anything like that, you can go ahead and do that. So what I'm going to do now is I want to tell you the different elements of the formula, then I want to show you some examples and talk about why this formula works. So the formula is greeting plus something you read about in their profile plus something about you plus open-ended question equals the perfect first dating message. So what does this look like? So greeting, hey, hi, what's up? Just something like that. Plus thing that shows you read their profile. And this is something basically, this is what's going to get you away from those cookie cutter messages. And this needs to be something that you saw in their profile. So for example, if you happen to see that they have pictures with a bunch of dogs, hey, greeting. I saw that you've got a bunch of dogs in your pictures, or hey, I saw in your profile that you've got a lot of dogs, right? And the next thing is then something about you. I've got a brand new puppy, or I love dogs, or something like that. And again, this needs to connect to the thing that you saw in their profile. So you're not going to just say, hey, I saw in your profile that you have a bunch of dogs. I just bought a new toaster, right? It needs to connect. And then the last step is an open-ended question. And this is super important because this gives them an easy response. So, hey, I saw in your profile that you have a bunch of dogs. I just got a new puppy myself. What kind of dogs are those? Right? Perfect first message. And the reason that each little segment works is the greeting. It's just a nice thing to say. Something that shows you read their profile. This gets you away from the cookie cutter and starts to demonstrate that you actually care about this process. Step 3 is when you're saying something about yourself that's connected to that thing you saw. You're already starting to build that connection and that common ground there, which is, the great first step to any relationship, whether friends or romantic. And then the open-ended question is just the best thing because then it gives them an easy chance to respond. Something important to point out there is open-ended question means not a yes or no question. So don't say, is that a corgi? Because then some people who just maybe aren't the best at conversation, or when they get nervous, they're not the best at conversation, or they're not the best at conversing online, might just respond, yes, that's a corgi. And now it's awkward, right? But if you leave it open, hey, what kind of dog is that? It gives them a chance to be like, oh, it's a corgi. I got him from here. Boom, 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 boom. So again, greeting plus something that shows you read their profile plus something about you connected to that plus an open-ended question equals the best first message possible that will get you a ton of responses. Well, hey, that's all we got for you today. Quick reminder, all of those resources we talked about throughout the video are in the description box below. And again, if you enjoyed the content, you want to get some more of this content, or you want to support the channel, it really helps out if you hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button. It just helps us to continue pushing out some great content for you. Again, my name is Jason with healthyframework.com. We'll see you soon.